Something else I'd like to speak to you about is air and air quality. This is something that is so easily neglected in modern life. There are a few places in life which most people spend time. One is the office, the other one is the factory floor, and the third one is the supermarket. All these places have something in common. There's no real quality of air in these places. One of the ways they do this is by actually not bothering to construct windows, so all the lighting is artificial. They may have ducting systems, but unfortunately what they're not doing is they're not giving themselves enough fresh air. So a huge impact you can make on yourself in your life if you've got a job where you're spending 8 hours a day in a building which has got no light and no proper outdoor ventilation. You make sure you get outside every single day, even if it's just for half an hour. If you can do something that's aerobic, in other words you can actually make a little bit of a sweat, which is going on a bit of a brisk walk, something that requires your body to just put itself out a little bit, that will be even better. You'll get even more gas exchange in your lungs happening there. And if you can find just even a short way out of where you live, where the air quality is better, you look out and you see the trees, a bit of nature, this is what you want. So anywhere where there's nature, you're going to get the best quality of air. Any place that's got no ventilation, that's natural and got no light, is going to be a problem for you. So that's something you can do to make a really big impact on your health, is get outside and get exposed to fresh air every day. And I'm going to give you a completely different suggestion now with regard to air, and this is something that anyone can do, even someone who doesn't have time to go outside for half an hour a day. I hope these people don't exist, but if that's the case, this is something you can do. It's an ancient Indian breathing technique and it's called pranayama breathing. It's so simple. First of all, I'm going to tell you what to do, then I'm going to demonstrate it. So this is what you do. First of all, you exhale fully and deeply, so your lungs are empty. And then you inhale fully and deeply. And when you've inhaled as much as you can, then you pause. And what I like to do, I like to give it for a count. So I inhale for a count of 12, and I pause for a count of 12. Then I exhale for a count of 12, and I pause for another count of 12. Now, a word of warning before you do this: you're doing something very fundamental to your entire system. You're going to give it the most incredible wake up. So therefore, whenever anything like that is the case, be prepared for some resistance. If you're not used to drinking water, the first thing you can expect at the idea of being presented with drinking 3 litres of water a day, you're going to feel resistance. You're not going to want to do it. Same thing with pranayama breathing. Just me talking about it, you're likely to have already experienced an emotional reaction which is a resistance. You don't want to do it. So therefore, it's good to build all this into our understanding before we even start. So bearing in mind that you might not want to do this, then the first thing you do is you get over that, and you accept the fact that you just do it to the best of your ability the first time. And the first time it might not seem very spectacular. Maybe you can't do a count of 12, you might do a count of 4 or even 3 the first time. But it's one of those things that builds up with practice. Now, the minimum to get the real benefit is to breathe in, hold, and out and hold. And if you, that's one cycle. If you can do that for 10, you're going to have a fantastic increase in your overall mental state of well-being. You're going to feel great. The other thing you're going to find is a bit of a side effect. You're going to find your psychic abilities start to switch on. If they're already switched on, they're going to get better. So here's a demonstration. This is all that you need to do. So to start with, it's the exhaling, then I get on and do it. And that's one cycle. In, hold, out, hold, that's one cycle. Now, if you're interested in following the shamanic path, that is a technique that you'll get to learn in detail on the Introduction to Shamanism course. It's something that is a central part of what we do. Now, that's a vehicle which you can use to go shamanic journeying. It's also something you can do, supposing you've got something important coming up, supposing you've got a job interview. What you want to do is, about 15 minutes before you're going to go into that room, just take 5 minutes out and do this breathing. Don't bother about what people think, just get on and do it for 5 minutes. Then spend the remaining 10 minutes enjoying the state of calm and peace which you've automatically created by doing that. You're going to walk into that interview room feeling calm, relaxed, confident, and most importantly, your blood has been well oxygenated. And I guess that's my message about air. Most people get the situation where every single day their blood is poorly oxygenated. They're just not getting enough air in their system. They're in places which are badly ventilated or no ventilation. There's no light, and they don't go outside. And then the other thing is they don't ever use their full lung capacity. That breathing technique I've shown you, that when you practice at it, will give you full lung capacity, which is absolutely wonderful. And that's what I'd like to say at this time about air.